Robert Bernard Altman, February 20, 1925, November 20, 2006 was an American film director, screenwriter, and producer. He is considered an enduring figure from the New Hollywood era, known for directing subversive and satirical films with overlapping dialogue and ensemble casts. Over his career he received several awards including an Academy Honorary Award, 2 British Academy Film Awards, a Primetime Emmy Award and a Golden Globe Award, as well as nominations for 7 competitive Academy Awards. Altman was nominated for 5 Academy Awards for Best Director for the war comedy The Musical Film Nashville, 1975, the Hollywood satire The Player, 1992, the dark comedy Short Cuts, 1993, and the murder mystery Gosford Park, 2001. He is also known for directing Brewster McCloud, 1970, McCabe and Mrs. Miller, 1971, The Long Goodbye, 1973, California Split, 1974, Thieves Like Us, 1974, 3 Women, 1977, A Wedding, 1978, Popeye, 1980, Secret Honor, 1984, The Company, 2003, and A Prairie Home Companion, 2006. Also known for his work on television, he directed the HBO political mockumentary miniseries Tanner, 1988, for which he won the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Directing for a Drama Series. He also directed the HBO television film The Laundromat, 1985. On stage, he directed the Broadway revival of the Ed Grachik play Come Back to the Five and Dime, Jimmy Dean, 1981, and later the 1982 film of the same name. He directed the West End revival of Arthur Miller's penultimate play Resurrection Blues, 2006. In 2006, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences recognized Altman's body of work with an Academy Honorary Award. He never won a competitive Oscar despite 7 nominations. His films, McCabe and Mrs. Miller, The Long Goodbye and Nashville, have been selected for the United States National Film Registry. Altman is one of 3 filmmakers whose films have won the Golden Bear at Berlin, the Golden Lion at Venice, and the Palme d'Or at Cannes. Altman was born on February 20, 1925, in Kansas City, Missouri, the son of Helen, née Matthews, a Mayflower descendant from Nebraska, and Bernard Clement Altman, a wealthy insurance salesman and amateur gambler who came from an upper-class family. Altman's ancestry was German, English and Irish. His paternal grandfather, Frank Altman Sr., anglicized the spelling of the family name from Altman to Altman. Altman had a Catholic upbringing, but he did not continue to follow or practice the religion as an adult, although he has been referred to as a sort of Catholic and a Catholic director. He was educated at Jesuit schools, including Rockhurst High School, in Kansas City. He graduated from Wentworth Military Academy in Lexington, Missouri in 1943. Soon after graduation, Altman joined the United States Army Air Forces at the age of 18. During World War II, Altman flew more than 50 bombing missions as a co-pilot of a B-24 Liberator with the 307th Bomb Group in Borneo and the Dutch East Indies. Upon his discharge in 1947, Altman moved to California. He worked in publicity for a company that had invented a tattooing machine to identify dogs. He entered filmmaking on a whim, selling a script to RKO for the 1948 picture Bodyguard, which he co-wrote with George W. George. Altman's immediate success encouraged him to move to New York City, where he attempted to forge a career as a writer. Having enjoyed little success, he returned to Kansas City in 1949 and accepted a job as a director and writer of industrial films for the Calvin Company. Altman also had a career directing plays and operas parallel to his film career. While Altman was employed by the Calvin Company, he began directing plays at the Resident Theater of the Jewish Community Center. These plays allowed him to work with local actors, such as fellow future director Richard C. Sarafian, whom he directed in a production of Richard Harrity's Hope is the Thing with Feathers. Sarafian would later marry Altman's sister and follow him to Hollywood. Altman's next film, MASH, 1970, was a phenomenal success. Released at the height of the Vietnam War, this brilliant black comedy was set during the Korean War but transparently was a reflection on the more recent conflict. Altman's use of overlapping dialogue was a startling innovation at the time and became an Altman hallmark thereafter, and his cutting suddenly from bawdy slapstick to the shocking horrors of war disturbed the complacency of viewers in a way few Hollywood movies had ever done. Altman was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Director, and the film was nominated for Best Picture. MASH put Altman in position to make the kind of films that he wanted to for a long time. Gosford Park, 2001, a hybrid of murder mystery and comedy of manners that was set on an English country estate in the early 1930s, earned Altman the last Academy Award nomination of his career for Best Director. The film was also nominated as Best Picture. The Company, 2003, an episodic examination of one season of the Joffrey Ballet Company of Chicago, followed. Altman's final film was A Prairie Home Companion, 2006, based on Garrison Keillor's popular radio series.